was achievement focused, and I really feel like I slayed a lot. Currently sitting on, I don't even like talking about this aspect of things, but to give some credibility, I have 12 houses. I investor in precious metals, written a book, best-selling book, investor in fine art, crypto, like a lot of things.
Millions of followers.
Millions of followers. I'm like so humble.
So humble.
But I want to say that because I got to this point, and a lot of people try to get to here, and they think, "Oh, I'm gonna be set. I'm gonna be really happy." Sorry. It's not the case. I think for a lot of people, and this is what's been interesting. Now, I am going to point out that having this is really beautiful when you finally find the balance. So I'm really grateful for it now. Yeah. There was a time where I resented it because it separated me from almost everybody I knew because not hardly anyone could relate to me.
Yeah.
So that made me feel even more alone. They say it's lonely on the top. It absolutely can be because it takes away your ability to relate to the masses that haven't experienced your life. And I don't think that only is relevant to finances. I think there's a lot of way to create separation if you're too much of a genius. I've met geniuses that can't even connect with people because they're too smart.
So much in their intellect.
It's crazy. So too much of the good thing can become pretty poisonous as well, unless you learn how to integrate it. So anyway, I've done these material world things and it really didn't bring me any fulfillment, which was the wildest part at all. I remember someone sharing the story. It was one of my best friends in Iceland, and he said there was a really, really big boxer champion. He was like 25, and he won the biggest title that you can win. And afterwards, shortly, he was like thinking of committing suicide straight afterwards because it's like this pinnacle, everything you want to achieve, and then it just... where do you go from there?
Right.
So I only had goals of like millionaire by 30 and I didn't think beyond that. And so when I reached this point of having the material realm, which I felt very satisfied, like I had enough, I didn't feel like I needed to do more. I didn't know where to go from there because I'd never known that there's other ways you can be fulfilled. I didn't understand that there's like this whole other section of being human that you can unlock, which comes in the realm of, I mean, so many other things. There's so many things you can pursue. But for me, it became friendships and became spirituality. And then I don't even know how this conversation started, but realizing that there is the world that we've created is so heavily tailored to masculine energy. And now that I know this, it's so clear. But when I first heard this concept, I didn't know what the hell that people were talking about. I was like, what? I mean, I'm a female and I'm slaying in the world. So obviously it's not, I don't know what they're talking about. Like it is tailored for females as well. But I mean, as in the structures, even to the point of, a female's menstrual cycle should be dictating how much exertion we put out into the world at specific times because our hormones fluctuate so much that during, like when we're bleeding, for example, we have so little energy but we're meant to just suck it up, put a tampon in and go. And it's like, well, this is the time when we actually need to rest a lot. But there's no space for that in modern society because it has been structured around the masculine principles, which is like go, 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 really be full on, really be driven. The intensity of just pushing through no matter what. And this is what I did, 12 to 16-hour days for 10 years, nonstop, no rest at all. And it worked for me for a while. It got the results in the physical world, but it definitely left me depleted. And it's been 2 to 3 years now where I've been unraveling that lie that was told to me about me needing to perform and be productive at all times. Because my body said no. My body literally was like, you're not working. And it's only now that's coming up to me being able to restart a little bit. Yeah. But I've spent the last 3 years doing about 10% of the workload that I used to do. So maybe 1 hour a day, maybe sometimes it's a 1 hour a week job that I do. And unraveling this lie about having to perform and be productive at all times has left a lot of space for me to be confused and not know what to do. And then I started witnessing the conversations that a lot of women were having around the world, or not even just women, but about a balance that is needed. And I've been able to see the world is really desperate for something else. Like everybody's so tired, everybody's exhausted, everybody keeps pushing. And at the end of our lifetimes, we're going to just remember that we pushed the whole time.
Yeah.
And we forget about the other 50% of what it means to be human for every single one of us, because all of us have access to the feminine and masculine energies of like magnetism and making yourself into a person that magnetizes opportunities to them.
Yeah.
And I have guy friends that are experts at this. Like they will sit around, they don't do anything, and then opportunities flow to them. And it's really, it's been confronting for me to witness, because I realized that that means that everybody's got access to this power as well. And when I think back on my lifetime, the things that have been the most profound that I've entered my space is not when I'm pushing. It's actually they come to me when I magnetize them towards me through being the person, the best version of myself that I can be, through being super present with people, through conversations and that I have, just the person that I am.
Yeah.
So that journey's been profound.